Hello, we're Sum 41. Welcome to Total Guitar.
This is always a good place to kind of start. A lot of our guitarists, the readers are really interested in warm-ups and kind of routines that maybe you do before playing and stuff.
Well, I mean, there's this one that I learned that it's important to do. It's important to get like blood going in your hand first instead of just going right into super fast, kind of scaly warm-ups. It's better to just kind of sit here on the first fret, put your first finger down, your second finger down, third finger down on the second fret, fourth finger down on the second fret. Just hold that a bit, just kind of get the strength going in your fingers. And then from there, probably do that for like a minute or two. And then just start in with like chromatic stuff, like just. And just kind of warm up the fingers first.
Yeah.
Because it's really easy to warm up your right hand when you're playing. So
Do you actually do any specific warm-ups for the right hand? For the...
just playing along to songs. I have a Pandora's Box that I'll usually play to there's a couple songs. There's a song called Sink or Swim by Big Wig. Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
Hallowed Be Thy Name. I always end with Hallowed Be Thy Name.
Yeah.
And let's see, Cowboys from Hell, just stuff like that. Just like right hand warm up type songs, Dyer's Eve, things like that.
Is there anything perhaps you could demonstrate? Because I mean, obviously, a huge amount of your playing is it's quick playing.
Oh,
I mean, obviously,
well,
the picking is very precise. And,
yeah, well, there's the Dyer's Eve riff, which is just like. And there was a fucking ballsy guy named Rusty Cooley or something like that. It's this weird guy from like Arkansas or some shit like that.
What does he play?
He plays guitar, but he's just one of those guys.
Oh yeah,
Leather
he
pants.
plays stuff?
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
that?
Well, it's just this really good like string skipping like that kind of helps you warm up that aspect too. It's like. And just keep on looping that over and over again.
Yeah, it's really good.
Faster. Yeah.
So is it just like strict alternate picking and stuff? I wasn't quite watching that.
Oh, you can do both. You can. So you can do it alternative. You can do it. So. That's the last note there, though.
Okay, maybe we can just sort of carry on with some of the kind of riff-based stuff. I wonder if there's anything you can demonstrate of yours, just some of the kind of faster riff, kind of like gallop rhythms and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Iron Maiden is perfect for that. Like song I warm up to called Phantom of the Opera. The first little thing like that, and the biggest part about precision picking for me is instead of moving the entire riff, I just move these two fingers.
Yeah.
So like riffs like in Phantom of the Opera where it's like. Just kind of stuff like that.
There's a lot of movement with the joint with your thumb there actually.
Just the thumb. It keeps it way more precise.
Yeah.
Keeps it nice and clean.
In a way, actually, that's quite unusual, but it's actually it's quite precise. Because a lot of the metalers, a lot of them they kind of go from the elbow and stuff, and it always seems like too extreme.
Or at least the whole wrist.
I don't even know how I picked it up.
Yeah. It's just something from when you started playing. It's just kind of what felt natural and stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just lazy. I didn't want to move my entire arm. Just found the easiest way to move the least.
Do you find like you get enough kind of aggression into your playing because you just move?
Oh, that's why I have to use these heavy picks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I use these 2mm gator grips.
Yeah.
So.
And you've got quite heavy gauge strings on there as well.
Well, it's these are 11 bottoms and they go up to 9.
Okay, so it's like a hybrid kind of thing.
Yeah.
And what tune are you in as well?
D sharp.
Yeah.
One of those notes.
Okay, so it's, slightly lower. Okay. Just sort of carrying on with the riff kind of thing, is there anything you could perhaps demonstrate from this kind of Sum 41 back catalogue, perhaps that we could maybe take out?
Yeah. There's a great one. let's see. Well, what kind of stuff like?
Well, anything, some of the classics like Fat Lip or, anything, would
Well,
just
there's great.
fantastic. It's
Yeah,
just like
Hell Song's a good string
Yeah,
stepping one. Like, it's all within the first top 3 strings. It's a really good.
yeah, because you're having to meet kind of the strings in between as well. Which
Yeah,
seems quite a
exactly.
tricky thing.
Yeah, and Still Waiting. And yeah, I always do shortcuts here and there, like
Yeah.
just to keep it tight. Don't hit a power chord with these ones.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's quite a lot of palm muting on the go as well. with
Yeah,
sounds.
yeah.
I mean, how do you kind of vary that, or do you just kind of just?
My hand never really leaves right here.
Mm.
I just sort of hook my little baby finger in here, and then
Mm.
it stays there for the entire show almost.
Yeah, I mean the whole gallop thing. It's actually pretty quick that you're doing there. I mean, are there any specific kind of? Obviously, maybe you don't warm up. Perhaps it's more part of the live
Well-
playing because you just do it all the time. Or
I mean, a lot of guys tilt the pick back
Yeah.
and do the circle, but I mean, I've always been tilting forward like that kind
it's
of.
almost like there's a slight angle with the
Yeah.
pitch as well. Which is
It's kind of more coming down like that,
Yeah.
as opposed to going in straight.
Yeah.
So, because if you think about it, there's less contact right at the tip of the pick.
So I guess that kind of means you can get a bit faster as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite cool. Just kind of having listened to the new album and stuff, I think there's kind of like a sort of Metallica influence on there. Quite a few influences coming through, which we can hear. And kind of the soloing style, the sort of Kirk Hammett kind of soloing style as well, which is quite interesting. I just wonder if there's anything perhaps you could, on the soloing side of things, perhaps you could show us.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you think about soloing and riffing? Do you think in terms of scales? And I mean, what's your theory like?
To be honest, with solos, I never really think. I just kind of, Derek will give me the rhythms of what he wants me to dump over it. And I just kind of sit there and listen to it over and over and over again, get melodies in my head, find out that doesn't work, and then just start playing it.
Mm.
Playing, coming up with little riffs to go over top of the parts, and it's almost like writing a little mini song, except my songs are only like 10 seconds long.
So I suppose you got the easy job in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, when it comes to kind of like the harmony parts between kind of the two guitars, you both kind of sit down together and kind of work out what you're going to do.
Yeah, here and there. I mean, sometimes you'll have the harmony parts worked out already, and sometimes we'll work them out together.
Hmm. As far as soloing, is there anything perhaps you could demonstrate for us so we could actually kind of hone in on any of the stuff that you do? Some sort of ideas? Do you kind of use pentatonics more, or
I have
kind of
no
like,
idea.
Is it just all
I mean,
from here?
it's just kind of whatever note sounds right next within the thing, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one walk-up where it's basically just like a bar chord walk-up where it's like a. Just like something like that goes really well over like a. Just super easy rhythms like that.
Hmm.
But I've never really gotten into Mixolydians and Lydians.
Yeah.
Because then that kind of tells you what you have to play, and then.
Yeah, I think it'd be a little bit unnecessary
Yeah.
anyway. Kind of, it fits the music perfectly what you do play.
Yeah, you're a little more free when you're ignorant to all that stuff.
I never even heard of what the hell you just were talking about.
Mixolydians and Dorians and stuff. Yeah. The whole kind of like a pentatonic sort of bluesy kind of thing there as well. I mean, have you kind of studied kind of players? I mean, who did you kind of listen to?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I've never really studied players. I just like players like Randy Rhoads, Tom Morello. Those are probably my two favorites.
Yeah.
For rhythm, I like Scott Ian and James Hetfield,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Certainly for the faster kind of aggressive
Yeah.
riffing and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any more kind of riff-based stuff we can get? Because I kind of want to get as much as possible, just literally anything we can possibly, anything we can think of playing. It's just like,
Oh yeah, that's true. It's all in my head. Like, there's this one.
Perfect. Would you be able to do that slower as well,
Yeah.
like a slow version? Actually? Perfect. Yeah, that's cool. So we can kind of just have a look at your fingers. What we'll be able to do hopefully is kind of stick it on the DVD so you can kind of see your
Yeah,
fingers
that's cool.
moving in slow mo with the music.
These kids better figure some shit out by ears too. That's the next thing. That's the most important thing for me too. I've never really. Actually, I tried to use tab maybe like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I couldn't do it. I've never used tab.
Yeah.
Just kind of figured stuff out by ear.
Yeah.
So
I think there's a lot to be said for that listening by ear. I think most of the really great guitar players listen by ear. And
Well,
if anything, they learn the kind of theory if needs, afterwards.
and I'm just glad I'm really glad I learned it that way because it just makes it easier to figure out things and to be able to listen to the music.
Yeah. Just some of the kind of ideas. Have you got anything more? You could perhaps play something like that. With this kind of idea, where you're doing the cross string thing there, the kind of the kind of dual string idea then. Yeah, it's definitely the riff-based stuff we're after. It'll be really great.
Oh,
it's kind of like a riff masterclass.
There's the new Bitter End.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great actually.
There's
Yeah.
this one that goes new song called The Bitter End. It's probably the heaviest song I ever wrote. But this is one of the riffs. So I just played the end there wrong, but slowed down. It's just like.
It's great actually. Could we kind of get the two hands doing that? Would that be possible? So we can do like that slow. Do that. Can we do the full speed version again? Perfect, yeah, that's really cool. So the right hander, is it just kind of like doing the alternate picking thing all the way through?
Pretty much, but it's just it's kind of just going like.
Yeah. This is a really cool riff actually. It's got that kind of Master of Puppets kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
It's just really cool. Is there anything else like that which you can perhaps demonstrate for us? I like the kind of dual string thing, when you're just crossing the two strings. It sounds really interesting.
World of Blame.
Oh yeah.
The
It's
Like
really
a-
nice. And you are kind of underpinning that with the
Yeah.
acoustic guitar
Yeah,
on
it's
the
just
track.
chords. Straight chords.
So that's kind of a bit of a departure for you guys as well, to kind of have the acoustic flavour on the album as well.
Yeah, and I mean it's supposed to be a lot cleaner than what it
Yeah.
just was, but it's like.
Yeah, it's really nice actually, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. That's Derek's.
Is there any chance you can just do the strum part for us?
Yeah.
And just like plug it in, that'd be okay?
It's just really simple. It's A minor, D minor, G.
Okay, cool.
I think about that, it's like you hit the top notes on the second part, so it's like.
Well, so she pushed through on the top part, yeah.
Like that.
Alright. Is there anything you do to complement